Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Quick beer review. Said we were going to do it, so we're going to do it. We just reviewed Bigfoot from Sierra Nevada, the 2015, holy smokes, 2025 vintage. And I wanted to do a side-by-side of Celebration and Bigfoot. And if you missed the Bigfoot review or the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and Celebration side-by-side we did, this all comes from my buddy Sean. He, I think, was at Sierra Nevada, talked to one of the brewers, and they were telling him how they kind of started with Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and then essentially not the exact same beer, but in the same vein. Celebration is basically double Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, and then Bigfoot is basically double Sierra Nevada Celebration. So we did the Pale Ale and Celebration, which was fun, and I wanted to do the Celebration and Bigfoot. So that's what we're doing. Bigfoot was bottled November 20th, and this was canned on November 8th. So they are about the same freshness, which is fun. So I didn't want to finish that and then open another bottle. So I just figured we would keep that and then drink this. We'll do the little side-by-side and be done with it. Celebration is one of my favorite beers of all time. Very much one of my favorite fresh hop beers. Bigfoot's not a beer that I drink all the time, but I definitely enjoy this beer. So let's do it. Figured we would use the same glassware just to make it fair. Not fair, but just to have a fun comparison. So Bigfoot is definitely more of that ruby red. Celebration is definitely like an amber color, but Bigfoot is definitely darker in color. Same color head. When we poured Celebration, it's, I don't know, half a finger of khaki head. They look similar, but this one's darker. So we'll start with the Celebration since it's the lower ABV. This beer smells so good, even, what are we, 3 months in the can? It is piney, it's hoppy. There's still a good dank, like resinous floral thing, and it's brown bread. It smells awesome. Gosh, I fucking love the way this beer smells. It's so nostalgic and such a throwback. So this smells a bit more malty, more caramely, toffee. But there's, I mean, for sure the same, like the hop aromatics, the dankness, the resinous, the pininess, the floral notes, like, are almost the exact same. It's crazy how hoppy this is for a barley wine. Yeah, this smells a bit more intense. This is what's the ABV on this guy? Shoot. I can't see. 6.8. So 6.8 versus 9.8, right? So you're kicked up a bunch. So it would make sense that this is much more aromatic, right? Much more intense. So let's taste the Celebration. Cheers. Gosh, that beer is just fucking delicious. It's delicious any time of year. I talk about that in my Celebration video every year. I go through an insane amount of Celebration every holiday season, but you can buy these and throw them in the back of your fridge and forget about them and check back in on them 6 months, a year down the road, and they're still awesome. So don't be afraid to Celebration. It's still super bitter, intense, piney, floral, brown bread, nice, like caramely finish. Gosh, that beer is so good. Having just drank this, I think like the intensity as far as like bitterness goes, this is right up there with this beer. My tongue is just like, it's so tongue-numbingly hoppy. Nice body on this one, prickly on your palate, but yeah, floral, resinous, dank, piney, bitterness lingers, nice like brown bread, caramely finish, sweet finish. Cheers. So the barley wine is much sweeter on your palate. I think some of that might be the almost 10% that I'm tasting now, drinking these side by side. Much sweeter on the finish, but just the same intense, like bitterness, dankness. It's almost like pine needles that you're drinking with that. Super piney, very floral. It's like, have you ever been, I've been to restaurants where they have like edible flowers as garnishes and you eat them and they're like very intense. It reminds me of that. It's very floral. But yeah, this is much more sweeter, toffee, caramely. But they're both, I'm telling you, the bitterness on both of these is crazy. I can see when that brewer said that this is this is in vain, double celebration. That makes sense to me. It's a bit sweeter, obviously, because we're going towards 10%. So they're upping the malts, right, to get the ABV higher. But I can see where someone would say celebration is baby Bigfoot. This was so, I'm glad I did this. I'm so stoked that, like, I don't even know why Sean mentioned, maybe it was it in my, I think I drank Sierra Nevada Pale Ale recently, doing like the is so-and-so beer still great? And he mentioned it. And I'm like, dude, I can't wait to do that. I would have never thought to do this. I would have never thought to drink Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and Celebration side by side. And I would have never thought to drink these two side by side. But Bigfoot is a much, like, it's just a beast of a beer. It's very oily, very, like, not syrupy, but like mouth coatingly, like, I don't want to say it's a thick beer, but drinking it next to Celebration is much thinner on your palate than Bigfoot is. But yeah, having these side by side, you realize how big of a beer this is. Just, it's a beast. It's awesome. Yeah, this is much less sweet and just the hop shine. So, if anyone has Celebration left in their fridge from over the holidays, or if they're still, is Celebration still around? I don't know. If it's still around, grab this when you buy this and drink them side by side. It's really, really fun to do. So, both of these beers are fucking awesome. I am like such a Sierra Nevada fanboy in my old age. It makes me realize that I didn't appreciate like Sierra Nevada back in the day. I would drink Sierra Nevada Pale Ale and I liked it, but as I've kind of grown in my beer journey is so fucking stupid to say that, but over the last 20 years of me drinking beer, I've realized like how consistent and how amazing this brewery is with these beers. I don't really drink the newer stuff that they put out, but Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, I said that, like anytime you get Sierra Nevada Pale Ale on draft or in a bottle or in a can, you know what you're getting. Same with Celebration, same with Bigfoot. Like these beers are just iconic, they're timeless, they're all of that good stuff. So obviously what we need to do is the old cuvee, because always cuvee, right? That's what you do. Always cuvee. That's, if I could give anyone advice when it comes to beer, always cuvee. So pouring the Celebration in the Bigfoot, it kind of mellows out the sweetness from the Bigfoot. Still super hoppy, but like the brown bread kind of comes through from the Celebration. Smells good. Cheers. Yeah, the Celebration definitely cuts down like the sweet viscosity of the Bigfoot. It's super bitter and super hoppy. It's fucking delicious. The cuvee is great. So that's good. Usually, like, cuvées are fun. Most of the time I'll be like, oh, some of these isn't as good as like them on their own. But I mean, I'm not saying this is better than these beers, but it's really, really good to have them cuvée together. So I won't keep you guys much longer. This was fun. I definitely see where that brewer was talking about that, these beers are related in a sense. So if you get a chance to do this, do it. Definitely recommend it. I love both of these beers. So that is it. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching it. If you want to talk about both these beers, we will do so in the comments. And I will see you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.